Kathy. We both know what's going to happen. Couples always break up when they go away to different colleges. That's what you want.
I didn't say that.
I'm sure there's a couple girls that'll be glad to hear it.
Oh, I'm sure there are. All right, I'll think about it.
Hey, I love you.
Yeah. What the hell is that?
Don't ask me.
So what's up? How you doing?
Fine.
And the horse?
Since when do you care?
Wait a minute, you two know each other.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Well, which is it, Kathy?
Kathy. Mm-hmm. Cat.
Come on, we're wasting his time.
Oh, no, you're not wasting my time. I'm just cooling.
Then you're wasting our time.
All right, I get it. Check this, though. If you need me, I'll be right over there.
She won't.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Oh, yeah, Cat. Words of wisdom. Drop that zero and get with the hero.
Pod Bay doors are open. Thank you for joining us once again. I'm your host, Doug Hiller, film critic, film historian for TalkMovieToMe.com. Joining me, as always, his bike might be tripping, but he's not. Jerry Dean Roberts of ArmchairCinema.com, ArmchairOscars.com, and OverThinkingOscars.wordpress.com, and a bunch of YouTube channels, from snacks to best pictures. Jerry.
I gotta tell you, I can't even come up with a quote because I can't stop laughing. This is the most ridiculous piece of shit I've ever seen in my life. And it looks amazing. Which he is not.
So it's Cool as Ice. The only movie starring Robert Van Winkle.
Thank God.
The only other movie I think he's in is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2.
And that was a marketing gimmick. Well, so is this, but I want to tell you, honestly, I followed the journey of this film. And I'm sorry, folks. I'm coming off of 5 minutes of just laughing hysterically.
Yeah.
Just at the pomposity of this movie. Even before we turned the mics on, I was sitting here just laughing at an empty screen. And I want to tell you, I followed the trajectory of this movie. I was working in a movie theater when this came out. And I went to, and I popped in to see it. Because I just didn't have anything else to do. And
bet you wished otherwise.
Oh, God.
Not too very long in.
There's an afternoon I'll never get back. But I remember it came out, I think it came out the same weekend as, what's the Gus Van Sant picture with the Gay Hustlers? Keanu Reeves.
Cowboy? Oh, My Own Private Idaho.
My Own Private Idaho. It came out, excuse me, the same week as that. And that got
that explains why Cool as Ice bombed. That explains why.
Three times the audience that this got, which this got basically none. And
I think that one of those motorcycles cost more than what the movie recouped.
Yeah. Well, it was in the theater for
about a week,
couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, and then it just went away. And then I remember it going to the Dollar Theater and just sitting there for a while. And then I remember it came out on video, and it was sitting at the video store. And I remember I was there. Incidentally, I just happened to be there the day that the guy was unpacking the new copies of Cool as Ice when the movie came out. And I go back to that video store, and I just saw the trajectory of this film leaving the new section, because it was never sold out, leaving the new section, going back into the dustbins, and just... and I remember a couple of years later being at Walmart, and you know how they have the big bins,
Yep.
discount. And among the straight to video stuff and the Mexican films you've never heard of was a copy of Vanilla Ice, and it had been opened and I think returned and just thrown in here. It was just it was just like I just watched the downward slide of this movie. I mean, it started there, and that's the plummeting trajectory that it got to.
Yeah.
And I'm not a person. I want to tell you, I'm not a person who engages in Schadenfreude. But I think I've earned it with Vanilla Ice because I have zero respect for Vanilla
Look,
Ice.
okay, so, look,
I have zero respect for one Robbie Van Winkle.
okay, so just to help you with some of the lines that are in this movie, spoken by Johnny Vanilla Ice.
Because, of course, that's...
Yeah. Drop that zero and get with the hero.
Oh, there was... what was that?
I'm gonna go across the street and sling a schlong.
Yeah, Whackhead tried to play baseball with my homeboy's bike.
Yeah.
You're not wasting my time. I'm just cooling.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about this.
Looky in Cat's Black Bookie.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it was... Whew.
He came out of that underground, sort of rap battle thing in culture in the late 80s. And he hooked up the right people. And he came out with this. He came out with Ice Ice Baby, which was his big hit. And he became a one-hit wonder. And his two hits...
Everybody wondered how he got a hit.
The single, he got sued. He held a record for getting sued by what was on the A side and by getting sued by what was on the B side. Because Ice Ice Baby, he got sued by David Bowie.
Yeah, I was going to say,
And the members
it was Under Pressure.
and the members of Queen.
Queen and David Bowie.
Because he sampled Under Pressure. The other side, he got sued by Wild
Without
Cherry.
permission.
The other side, he got sued by the guys from Wild Cherry because he had sampled Play That Funky Music. So I think he holds a record for being sued by both sides of the single.
Yeah. Well, he did have another hit, and it was Go Ninja Go Ninja Go.
But it wasn't. It was
a hit about as long as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: The Secret of the Ooze was in the
Right.
theater.
Right.
Like,
And I think people just quickly, because he's all trend. He's all trendy of the moment. And the problem was that he was so stuck in that when that trend left, nobody cared. And it was like his career just went on the downslide, and he wasn't charting anymore. And he kept trying to jump genres. He did this new metal version of Ice Ice Baby that was just ridiculous. We had a music festival here in Birmingham, and he was tossing CDs of that out to the people in the audience, and they threw them back. I mean, and nobody could figure out where he came from because his background story, his bio kept changing. And he just got ridiculous, more and more ridiculous. And in the middle of his successful couple of weeks, was this, which they put into production as the song was popular. The problem was, by the time the movie came out, his flash in the pan had flashed and gone. And then all of that stuff came out about Suge Knight, and there was the story with Suge Knight threatened him because somebody wanted payment for Ice Ice Baby. And he made up a story that they threatened to kill him, and then he had to retract that story, and it was like, okay, come on. The guy's just, yeah. And then, of course,
He's an idiot.
he's an idiot, and he did exactly what every flash in the pan star did as the new millennium started. He got a reality show. He became Bob Vila, basically. But this movie just became a laughing stock, and I watching the movie this afternoon, I completely get it
Oh
because
yeah. I mean, and it's like it's a dumping ground for former stars.
except Naomi Campbell,
Well, Naomi Campbell, but there was
also
also
Bert from Tremors,
yeah, well,
Michael
there was
Gross,
Michael Gross. There was Dodie Goodman, who was on Mary Hartman, Mary Hartman.
Is it Sidney Lassick,
Sidney Lassick,
who
who
we talked about a
was
few weeks ago in Cuckoo's Nest.
yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes, yeah. It's amazing that both of those are on his are on his resume.
Mr. Cheswick.
Yeah.
He gives such a beautiful, really heartbreaking performance in that movie, and then somehow arrives at this. I
Which is basically a comedic version of Mr. Cheswick.
yeah, pretty
Like,
much.
just on the outside with you know, what's her name from Mary Hartman? Mary Hartman.
Louise Lasser. Oh no,
Dodie Goodman.
oh Dodie Goodman, yeah. And it starts the first 7 minutes of this movie are just him doing rap. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, why didn't you just make
And dancing in a void, like of
in a black
nothingness.
void?
Yeah,
It's one
yeah.
of those dance clubs that's got a lot of fence, that's got a lot of chain link fence and fans. And
I think that they were just randomly somewhere,
yeah,
like
yeah.
in a warehouse or
It's
just in
supposed
a
to be
null
like
space.
it's supposed to be like an underground club or something, but Naomi
Oh, is
Campbell
it?
is there, I
I I
think.
I assumed that it was something like the starting point in the Matrix, that whole white room. It was just a black void that they were just in. Uh, I was
But
hoping that
they
they just
film
evolved, that they were just existed from nothingness and then just went back into it. That's how I like to think of it.
but he's doing his white rap. He's by the way credited for breaking down the racial barriers within the hip hop. But honestly, I think I really give that credit to Eminem.
What, the good one?
I really think I give that credit to Eminem. I'm sorry, but Vanilla
Yeah.
Ice just he's a joke to me. But this movie,
He's
he
a
just
joke to everybody.
the first 7 minutes are just it is kind of a time capsule because you see all the cross colors and the dancing and all of that stuff is very um, you can feel it kind of in that era of In Living Color and things like that. And
His outfits look like the patchwork quilt from discarded jazzercise outfits.
he looks like he got it at a discount store that was going out of business because all it sold were trendy clothes, and that trend was dying. Which worked for Travolta because he bought the
Right.
suit for Saturday Night Fever as disco was going out. And the problem is that by the time Cool as Ice came around, what he was doing was already gone.
Oh,
It had already dried up.
thankfully.
So he and his homies are driving around on they're driving around these motorcycles. It's called a Suzuki Slingshot. It's a
Mm-hmm.
silly looking bicycle. It's a silly looking motorcycle with twin headlights.
Yeah.
And he changes outfits so often. I'm thinking did he bring all of his cross colors with him? Does he ever wear just blue jeans? I
I want to know where he stored it because not a one of them had a bag.
No, no, and I'm just imagining him standing in front of the mirror, going, "Yo, should I try the cross colors or the cross colors?"
I wish there had been a scene with him trying on different clothes that were basically the same, and all of them were nauseating. I just wanted that.
All of them were those neon cross colors, and they're hideous. And he has this array of hats, and
Oh man, that either
the
either
penis
because
stocking
his
cap.
well, I have a feeling that he had to wear like papal hats because his hair was so high up and flat that he
It's
couldn't
a
just put a
stupid
hat
haircut.
down. Um,
It's a stupid haircut that's like 8 inches off the top of his head.
and then grooves and designs shaved into the side.
That look like a level in Mario.
Yeah,
It's like
like there's lightning on one side and there's like blocks on the other that look like some sort of a Mario level. Like I don't know why he thought that looked cool.
because
I
they
don't know
travel.
why anybody thought that looked cool then.
The idea is that him and his homies travel from place to place playing shows. And I'm thinking, okay, as much as you travel, you're going to have to stop in about every other city to get your hair done up because this design in his hair is so specific that overnight it's going to grow out. And it changes.
Yeah, I don't know how either, except
He's got a skunk stripe.
yeah, I, you know, the only way you can explain that is that it probably they had to shoot this over like a longer period of time. And they had to
Well,
keep getting his haircut.
his
He never got it done the same way twice.
Well, let's here's the timeline. Here's the timeline. Okay. The song came out in July of 1990. Okay. The movie came out in October of 1991. So a little over a year. The flash in the pan had flashed, gone out, and the smoke had dissipated. There wasn't anything for Vanilla Ice by this point.
No, the pan was already in the dishwasher.
The pan was already in the
Like-
dishwasher. I think the Ninja Turtles had come and gone. If I'm not mistaken. I think the Ninja Turtles were earlier in the year.
Yes, that might be right. Let me see.
I have to compare this with Can't Stop the Music, which is actually more watchable than this.
Yeah.
But the funny thing about that movie is when that went into production, the Village People were hot. But while the movie was in production, the disco died cruelly. And then the movie came out and nobody went to see it because it was like it's already dated before it's even released. That, I think, is what happened with this movie.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It was over before it began.
Because when you base a movie on trends, you run the risk of how long does it take to make a movie? I mean, and it takes a couple of weeks to film a movie like this. And by that time, the tide is shifted and your movie is out of date. You know.
Yeah. So, yes. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze. Always got to put that in there. You can't just, was released March 22nd, 1991.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, so this was about 6 months later.
yeah.
And he was such a commercial product that people were like, and it fizzled out. And the movie is, I guess, kind of borrowing or stealing from the Wild One. That's the kind of thing I kind of got from it. Which I'm shocked that we've talked about Cool as Ice and we haven't talked about the Wild One. If you don't, kids, if you don't know what the Wild One is, if you don't know what the Wild One is, the Wild One is a biker flick from the late '50s, and it is the movie that is credited with making Marlon Brando a star.
Yeah.
And it has that great line. He's like, "Hey Johnny, what are you rebelling against? What do you got?"
That was early 50s. It had to have been.
Was it early '50s? Okay.
It
Yeah,
was
'cause-
it was after it was after Streetcar, but it was before
Before Elvis
before Waterfront.
and before Elvis.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me solve this mystery. (1953).
Yeah.
So that's 2 years after Streetcar, but
And a year before Waterfront.
and 3 years before Elvis broke out.
Yeah.
And I'm shocked that we've talked about this before we talked about the Wild One. I apologize to the ghost of Marlon Brando, but the weird thing
He would
is,
probably say something that didn't make any sense and then have a hoagie and go to sleep. Like I
you
don't
would ask him, and then he would go off on a tangent about cornflakes,
Yeah.
like he did on the
Yeah.
Dick Cavett show. Just
Yeah. Yeah. He had a lot of
so,
problems.
excuse me, can you please answer the question that I actually asked? But the weird thing is, I don't know. He meets a girl in one of the stupidest meet cutes I've ever seen.
So they're driving along. They're driving their bikes at about 10 miles an hour down a dirt road for whatever reason. Who knows?
And they're riding past a fence.
Riding past and the one of them. One of the guys in his entourage. I don't remember if it was Deezer D or
Is that Dr. Deezer D?
no, just Deezer D. And they're like, "Oh, check it. There's one over there." Like
Yeah.
I think he was like, "Keep your eyes out for something," and he's like, "Oh, check her over there," and he sees a girl which somehow he hadn't seen on his own.
Yeah.
Because she was the only other person there, and she was riding a horse on the other side of the fence going the same direction they were going.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been impossible for him to not to
And she
to
was
not
ahead of
see
him.
her. Yeah, it would have been absolutely impossible for him to miss her unless he actually can't see.
Yeah.
And so he goes over and he tries to talk to her. And she basically says, "Screw off." So
No. He does. It's more than that.
Oh no! Yeah,
Somehow
and then
there's
he
a
jumps
ramp.
his bike. Somehow he hit a jump,
Yeah.
jumps his bike over the fence.
On the riff tracks, they're like, okay, there's a ramp, I guess.
I guess he just hit a jump somehow, and he lands, spooks the horse. The horse throws her. She is absolutely uninjured,
Justifiably pissed off.
very mad, and he's like, "Why are you so mad?" He's like, "Really? Do you not understand people and how humans work?" And
Well,
how
he clearly
falling
doesn't
off a
understand
horse
speech.
hurts.
Well, he clearly doesn't understand speech because every single word out of his mouth are these ultra trendy buzzwords. It's like he doesn't have an original thought in his head.
He doesn't have anything. Everything he says feels like he's trying to make it happen
Yeah,
so it can go on a T-shirt.
right.
Like he kept going, yep, yep. And
Yeah.
I love the riff tracks. They just keep going. He keeps trying to make yep, yep happen, doesn't he? And Kevin says, Yep Yep t-shirts are now available at your local store. This just in, all of the unsold crates of Yep Yep t-shirts have been shipped to Africa and burned.
And he's wearing at one point a leather jacket. On the back of it, it says
Down by
says
law.
down by
And
law.
I'm like, why are you talking about a Jim Jarmusch movie that is way better than this?
I guarantee you Vanilla Ice has no idea who Jim Jarmusch is.
No, but David Kellogg might.
The unfortunate director of this. But that is how he speaks.
Man, I hope he got paid well for this.
He speaks in trendy buzzwords. I mean, it's just it's sad after a while. It's like, do you not have your own?
I mean, he has nothing going.
Nothing.
Like he's. I mean, he's like Sears catalog handsome.
Yeah.
And he's about Sears catalog model talented.
Mm-hmm.
No hate, but I actually knew one. He's so of the moment that he cannot literally exist outside of the moment that is in.
Yeah.
Like I don't think a concept of him actually exists beyond the moment that he did happen.
Yeah.
I'm not even convinced he's still alive. I know that he is, but I'm not really convinced of it. If he was ever really real.
But it's all in these weird platitudes. It's just all in these weird phrases. It's not speech. But the girl inexplicably falls in love with him.
Well, because he's so different.
And it becomes...
Because when they drive into town, though, like, everybody is looking at them like they each have 16 heads. 4 of them are coming out each of their asses. And that, like, they have never seen anything like this before. Now, I'll grant, no one should have ever seen anything like this before.
Right.
But, yes, they're in what is apparently a small Midwestern town.
Mm-hmm. Movie town.
Yes, movie town. USA. Any town, USA.
Yes. Where all the white people have 6-figure salaries.
And there are no black people.
Except in ISIS posse.
Yes. That was the other reason I think that they were all staring at them.
Yeah.
And the only non-prejudiced people in the entire town are the 2 kooks that have the weird decorated house that looks like a Pee-wee's Playhouse rejected set.
We get a look at her house, and they start cleaning up, and I swear it cuts to their house, and it's in fast motion.
Oh my God, I thought I was having some sort of mental break when that happens. I've seen this movie too many times to count because of the riff tracks. But I genuinely was in distress when that was happening.
It's like a bad cereal commercial. They cut to...
It's so horrifying.
Yeah, these fisheye lens and these weird takes. It's a music video.
Sped up.
It's all sped up. And it's just weird. And it's for no reason at all. But we meet her family, and of course the father is Bert from Tremors. And unfortunately this one doesn't have a shotgun. But of course it becomes the story of...
Yeah, but which way would you have been rooting for him to point it? Honestly?
Yeah, that's true. But you know what? If you look at this guy, she doesn't... Of course he doesn't want him to be around his little girl.
Who would?
But I'm thinking to myself, okay, apparently he can afford a Suzuki slingshot and all these clothes, so he's got money coming from somewhere. I don't give him into. I give it to him for having money, but I don't give it to him for having some common sense.
Or
And
talent.
of course, she's got to have a jerk ass boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Of
and
course.
it's just it's so formula. It just plugs all of this stuff in.
Because they wanted their Goodfellas moment.
Yeah, yeah. Because Michael Gross is in the witness protection program, and
That.
the way they find out, the way the mob finds
Why
out,
on earth was that even a subplot? And that is a subplot that completely in Ed Wood fashion, completely overtakes the A story. Which I'll admit is pretty flimsy because it's just the one guy's bike goes haywire and they have to get it fixed. That's
Right.
why they're still in town. But honestly, it feels like it was a B story because it comes up so much later in the movie than it needs to.
and it's something about he ends up getting shown. He ends up on the camera on the news, and the guy that's looking for him, not guy that's looking for him, just happens to see him on the news and figures out where he is.
Yes.
And the subplot makes no sense. I don't even. Why is this even here? I don't get it.
They were genuinely trying to make this a legitimate movie.
By plugging it into already formulaic plots.
But
Into
I mean, it's first of all, it's a bad movie that they're trying to make with the witness relocation program anyway.
and they've thrown in Say Anything, and they've thrown in
And so
the jerk ass boyfriend,
I
and
think that they had a TV movie,
yeah,
which
they
is
had
how
a
they
TV
got
movie
Michael
plot.
Gross. How they got Michael Grossman. And then the Vanilla Ice thing happened, and they were having probably trouble shopping this around, and they're like, okay, well, he's hot right now. Let's shoehorn him into this and make him somehow the center of it. Because the writer of this has written, like, like a bunch of episodes of television. I think this is the only movie he ever wrote.
Yeah,
And he ended up being a producer. The director, his
David Kellogg.
David Kellogg, his filmography is about 85% music videos, which
And
there's
you can
nothing
tell.
wrong with that. You can tell through this though, and about 10% Playboy nudie videos, and about 5% other things.
Yeah,
This being one of the other things.
and most importantly, and the one that baffles the mind, is that this is the first film.
Kaminski.
Is that this is photographed by Janusz Kaminski, who 2 years after this wins an Oscar for Schindler's List and becomes Spielberg's regular cinematographer.
Yeah.
You know, on Catch Me If You Can, Saving Private Ryan,
For
A
which
lot
he
of his-
also won an Oscar.
for which he also won an Oscar. And I mean,
He
of
became
course,
one of the
everybody's
premier, like, people who didn't know people behind the camera's names knew who he was.
I almost want to say the girl who plays the girlfriend. I can't remember her name, but
Kathy.
Kathy Minter.
It's Kristen Minter.
Kristen Minter.
The character's name was Kathy.
Yeah, this was almost a role given to Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah, I saw that.
I almost wanted that to happen.
I know.
I kind of wanted that to happen.
Because then nothing, absolutely nothing that she could have ever possibly done throughout her entire career could have possibly been worse than this.
I can make really crappy movies, but I can't possibly make one worse than this.
Yeah. I mean, I think that would probably be one of your best personal motivators. It's like, well, nothing I do can be worse than this. Let's go.
And she's, what, 7 years away from her Oscar?
Yeah.
7, 8 years away from her Oscar?
Yep.
And, I mean, I think she dodged a bullet.
Oh,
I
yeah.
really do.
Oh,
I think she dodged a bullet. But anyway, I
this
watched this and I was having a lot of fun.
It is so bad.
Coming off of Showgirls, which is, I was really distressed to find that actually, next month there's a 30th anniversary re-release of that.
I am not surprised. It's
I actually, to be honest,
it's gotten a weird reevaluation that I don't understand. I think we talked about it.
But I had more fun with this.
Oh, this was.
But what I brought into it was just a very snarky look at Vanilla Ice's whole career.
Well, I mean, the whole movie is about as empty as his head.
Yeah. I just went into this with such a snarky attitude about his entire career because I was there right at the beginning.
Well, I mean, I was 10 when Ice Ice Baby hit and all the stuff. I was actually at the perfect age for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: The Secret of the Ooze. So of course, I loved ninja rap and all that, and I was 10. What did I know?
But you know what? Then you became a man and you put away childish things.
Right, now I only still watch the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. I mean, it's not a bad movie, but no, I don't still really watch it.
It's what a Jim Henson Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie should be. It's exactly
Honestly,
what it could have been.
It looks great.
Yeah.
The first one? Anyway.
I honestly looked at it. I've always looked at the Ninja Turtles properties with kind of a disinterested indifference.
Well, see, because when they hit, I was about 5.
And I was about 18.
Yeah, you were 15, because you're 10 years older than me.
No, I was 18. I was almost a senior in high school. And
the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles started, the cartoon started in '86.
No, I'm talking about the movie.
But the movie,
when it really got
I was 9. I was 9, so you were probably 18, 19. Yeah. But I was the perfect age for it, and you weren't.
I watched it. I enjoyed it for what it was. I went back. I saw the second one. I don't think I saw the third one.
Oh my gosh, I didn't see the third one until many, many years later. I decided I ought to watch it. It's the time travel one. It is the stupidest thing.
Oh, it's the one where they're trying to turn it into Shogun?
Yeah. They go back to like 15th century Japan.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's so bad. I seem to remember also they made female turtles and they actually put breast bumps as if they were mammals.
I don't remember that. I think I was long gone from it.
I think that might have been a different one that I vaguely remember happening, but I don't think I saw.
It was an interesting phenomenon for this time period. I get frustrated, as I always do, when something is kind of a flash in the pan and it's really popular and nostalgia, and they keep bringing it back. Yeah. They keep trying to inject life into it, and you're just like, okay.
There have been, I want to say, after the original show, ended, and after the movies.
I watched the original show. It was a lot
Oh
of
yeah.
fun.
But after the movies and after the third one bombed, I pretty much thought, okay, its time is done.
Mm.
They also have made what, 6, 8, 10, 42 Transformers movies for no goddamn reason.
They made a Ninja Turtles. They made the three Ninja Turtles movies.
And
They
then
made
they were
the
dead for a little while, and then they came back in like a Nickelodeon reboot.
because the people who were kids, like yourself, who were kids when that movie came out, grew up and suddenly got their own money, and then they brought it back around. Kind of like the kids of my generation brought Star Wars back around.
Yeah, and I remember there was a half decent animated movie.
It's
That
about
came out.
2007.
Yeah, and then it went dark for a little while, and then there was a series that lasted for a few seasons, and then that went away, and then there was another. Then there was the Michael Bay horribleness that happened twice. And
Was there
then there
two
were
or
like
three of those? I think it was just two of
there were
those.
two, and then there were about two or three other series on different networks. And then there was that really, really good animated movie, The Mutant Mayhem, just recently.
Didn't see that one.
That was actually really, really good. That was far better than anything Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles has been since the original cartoon
I remember
and
seeing that
the
that
original books.
when did that Michael Bay movie? I don't remember when that Michael Bay movie came out.
I don't.
But I remember I'm watching it and they're doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. They're everything that you expect them to do, and it's
Yeah.
all just by the numbers, paint by
Yeah.
numbers.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, in the middle of the movie, they penetrate the villain's headquarters. And there's a moment when they get on the elevator and they're just standing there, and
And they
somebody
start like beatboxing,
they
and they're
start
going like,
beatboxing
yeah.
and they're having fun, and I'm like, that should be the movie.
There needed it had there been more fun.
Moments like that.
Yeah, instead of like forced fun, like
Yeah.
Splinter beating them up and
Yeah.
them sneaking around and stuff like it. Yeah, no, they were awful.
But I thought
But
I remember seeing that going, yeah, you had something there
yeah,
for a
and
minute.
so it's like every Michael Bay movie. They have something for about a minute,
Hmm.
and then
But they don't build on it.
But no, and you get something that gives you hope,
Hmm.
and it never happens again for the rest of the movie. He does
That
that in every
happens.
movie I've ever
You
seen
know,
of his.
it's funny that happens occasionally with some of these tentpole movies. I will never forget. I went to see Roland Emmerich's Godzilla in the
Oh, I
theater,
saw that in the theater too. Oh,
and
oh,
there's about a minute long scene in the film, and it's the only 60 seconds of the movie that felt like a Godzilla movie. And it's where they go to investigate, or they go to talk to this injured Japanese sailor, and he's kind of elderly, and they're sitting there and they're talking to him, and he's kind of out of it, and then somebody flicks a lighter, and his eyes get really wild, because his eyes get really wide, and he says, Godzilla, Godzilla. And I was like, okay, those 60 seconds, that's a Godzilla movie. That's the mystery and the fun of it. But then it just,
yeah, yeah.
it's
Well,
like you had something and you never built on it.
yeah. I mean,
You're just so busy giving everybody their expectations.
that's
That
Roland
drives me
Emmerich.
crazy.
That's
Yeah, that's Roland Emmerich.
we would need the entire Turkey month to cover Roland Emmerich.
Oh, Independence Day. Was it 10,000
Godzilla,
BC?
10,000 BC, The Day After Tomorrow,
Oh, and I gotta throw in Stargate because that
2012,
I gotta throw in Stargate because that movie
Stargate.
sucks.
It's not good. Um,
Spawned a great TV show.
that's what I understand, but I didn't like the movie, so I didn't bother with the TV show.
TV show's really
It's the
good.
same thing as Highlander. I fucking hate the movies, as I never bothered with the
Never
show.
made a good Highlander movie,
Never.
but you know what?
We've talked about the second one. I think we should get around to the first one some turkey month.
But you know what? It's funny. Highlander is such an interesting idea.
Oh, the idea is phenomenal, but the execution is always ridiculous because they
Yeah,
cast a Scottish man as an Egyptian Spaniard
yeah.
and a Frenchman as a Scottish something else. I don't know what else because I'm oh God, don't even get me started on Highlander. That shit is just oh wow.
You
So
just suddenly, all of a sudden, I just thought of this. I don't remember what it was. It was one of the singing competition shows where somebody comes out to try out for it, and he's a Russian guy, and he's singing "I'm Too Sexy," and one of the judges says, "Okay, I'm really confused. You're a Russian on an American talent show singing an English pop song with a French accent." He was going global.
I feel like that actually like describes most performances in MSD3K and Riff Tracks movies.
Yeah, yeah. This is
um,
absolutely fascinating.
yeah. Oh, werewolf. Oh, werewolf.
How should I know? You saw him last. uh,
Oh,
I love the riff tracks for this because I mean they
the
had so much to work with. You
the
know.
cool as ice riff track that is why I chose this movie and
Yeah.
I should have put this earlier, but uh, what happened was I needed a second movie, right?
Hmm.
I had bought the Riff Tracks version of this on Amazon
Hmm.
5 years ago.
Yeah.
Their Riff Tracks license must have lapsed.
Hmm. Hmm.
So all of a sudden, I look at my library on Fandango at home and Cool as Ice popped up. And I'm like, the fuck? I sure as shit didn't buy this.
Yeah.
I'm tracking receipts and
Hmm.
things, finding out. And I realized it, and I
Looking through your
found out.
bank account, trying to
Right,
figure
we're
it out.
looking through the bank account, looking through the different Amazon receipts and
Hmm.
Fandango and Apple, like everything, just to see where. And it said it was Apple, or I'm sorry, Amazon in like 2020. And I'm like,
Yeah.
well, that's when I bought the Riff Tracks version.
Yeah.
And I go to Amazon and I don't have the Riff Tracks version there anymore. I have this, which was a Movies Anywhere, so it showed up on all my platforms. And it confused that, and it showed up exactly when I needed it to. And I
So
was
it
like,
kind of went away.
yeah,
It sounds like it went away, and you never could track it down. It's like I said, when did I buy this, and where did it go?
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what it
I
sounds like.
eventually figured it out, but yeah, yeah. But it just kind of showed up exactly when I needed it. Uh,
Let me ask you this: have you ever bought a riff tracks just based on the title?
oh, always. Actually, I buy them because they're new. Like I think every week every time they put one out, I think
Yeah.
I buy it.
The last one that I bought, sight unseen, was Toothache of a Clown. And all it is just a clown getting a toothache and going to the dentist.
Yep.
And it's like, yeah, that's all it is. Um, I bought that, and what else did I get? I love the shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah, and because I mean they've done shorts for everything. Oh my God, you have got to see the one about the Hormel plant.
I have that one. Yeah, I've seen
It's
that.
from the 1950s, and these
I
kids are taking a tour of the Hormel plant. It is terrifying.
I actually I just recently got in the mail. I got something. I wasn't expecting anything, and I look at the return address and it says Mike Nelson, Reno, Nevada, and I'm like, the hell? I didn't order anything from Riff Tracks. I didn't. Why is
When
Mike
did Mike
Nelson?
move to? When did Mike move to
I thought
Nevada?
I thought he moved to San Diego. I thought that's where Riff Tracks was based. But anyway, I open it, and it's this literal metal, like on a ribbon, like that you would win, and
Yeah.
it has like their logo, and it says favorite customer, and it has 8.95 written on the envelope, and I think I'm one of a select group of people who are on their site that they sent that to.
Because you buy so much stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. You're a preferred customer. You're a gold member customer.
Apparently so.
Apparently so. The thing is, and I'm real choosy. I don't like to buy good movies. I would love to hear the riff tracks of Poltergeist because it's my favorite horror movie. But I'm like, I don't know, a good movie that's being riffed. I don't know.
I have gotten a few. I haven't really watched them. I have the one for Casablanca and The Wizard of Oz,
Yeah.
but
See, those are good movies.
but their reasoning was when they did Casablanca, they were like, okay, we're gonna start trying to see if we can do what we do to the greatest movies,
Yeah.
as well as these Z grade at bottom of the barrel,
Yeah. Yeah.
scraping the underside of the barrel to get. So it was like a really neat experiment for them. They've done that. If they did Jaws, I have that one too.
Jaws 4 I could see.
I
Any of the sequels.
Oh yeah. Wow. Oof. They did
I mean, any of the Jaws
They did
sequels,
Psycho
yeah.
4 or Psycho 2, I think.
Yeah. Psycho 2 doesn't really deserve it. I think Psycho 4 does. That was a TV movie.
Yeah. Didn't Perkins direct that one himself?
Perkins directed the third one. And you can tell he's borrowing a lot from Hitchcock. He learned from Hitchcock. But
Listen, he worked with some of the greats. I mean, he worked with Hitchcock. He worked with Wells. He worked with
the only movie outside of Psycho that I can remember him in, I'm sorry we got off of Cool as Ice, but the only movie that I can remember Anthony Perkins being in was that movie where he played Jimmy Purcell, the Fear Strikes Out. It was the baseball movie. And that was the only movie I'm...
Detroit.
That and The Black Hole.
But the trial, Orson Welles'
Trial,
trial,
okay. Okay.
which is just that's going to wind up here eventually soon because that's just a hell of a picture.
Is that Orson Welles?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Orson Welles adapting Franz Kafka. So,
Yeah.
you
Wow.
know, it's something to behold, and I've seen that quite a few times, but yeah, I saw this pop up and I was like, you know what? He's making me watch Showgirls and Over the Top.
Which we're talking about next time. Yeah.
So what?
I'm
What
kind
do
of
I
fascinated.
choose? What do I?
Look, I'm generally fascinated by Stallone's career because he started out with a banger, and his career rose, and it's kind of like Burt Reynolds and Eddie Murphy. It's like as soon as he hit a certain point where he could do anything he wanted, he did,
Yeah,
and they sucked.
they were so
And his
bad.
career just kind of took a nosedive. But he was parallel with Schwarzenegger, who made a lot better choices.
Well, Schwarzenegger didn't.
He's a better businessman.
Well, Schwarzenegger didn't mind being typecast into action movies because
Yeah.
he knew, because of his accent, he wasn't going to
And his
get
physique.
his physique. He wasn't going to get his mouth around a lot of the dramatic dialogue.
And they wanted him to.
Yeah.
They hired somebody early in his career to get rid of the German accent, to get rid of the Austrian accent. And eventually he realized, no, that's part of his charm, is that accent.
Mm-hmm. And now, over the years, his accent has gotten much thinner.
Yeah.
He's become far more intelligible, and he's been taking on a lot more complex roles.
Right.
And you can tell that he is suited for them.
But he knew who he was, and he knew the roles that he was suited for.
And
he knew that
he knew what he could get.
and the guy knew that he knew that he was not going to get certain roles, and that a big cartoonish action star is what he was suited for. But he made good choices, and I think it ended when he turned to comedy because he got tired of action movies.
Yeah.
Because the comedies that he made were bad, were just terrible.
Just awful.
Yeah. But anyway, next time we are
perfect.
talking about Over the Top, which is Stallone's arm wrestling movie.
I just turn the cap around, It's like a
I
switch,
just- I just wanna win.
Then I'm ready to go.
I just want to win.
The truck's more important to me, really.
I tell you.
Champion,
Tell you something, the world beats nobody halfway.
you got to take it over the top.
Take it over the top. Prove that you're somebody. It's a father-son drama. A reasonably written father-son drama that just happens to have an arm wrestling competition grafted onto it.
Yeah, just.
And I swear the arm wrestling stuff flies into this movie about halfway through. And if you don't know there's arm wrestling, you're like, okay, what? Because it just pops up.
And then again, in true Ed Wood bad movie fashion, the B story takes over the A story.
Right. Because the A story is so half written that you have to have something else to fill out the time.
It's like he's a truck driving arm wrestling man.
Yeah.
He's like a Bruce Springsteen country song come to life.
Wow.
I mean,
Anyway.
you kind of figure that his song is like an outtake from Nebraska. Like,
Yeah. His story is a song that Kansas turned down.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was a
They'll go-
warm-up character for Tom Waits. He
Yeah. I'll say this: it's not the worst movie he ever made, but
No, I'm pretty sure.
I
we
think
talked
that
about
that honor goes to Stop or My Mom Will Shoot. This is not that bad, and I can't put that in Turkey Month simply because I can't sit through that again.
Yeah.
No.
That is precisely why we have never talked about high
And I'll never
tension.
watch it again. It's too
Yeah,
much.
that's why we're never ever gonna do high tension.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
that terrible, awful French horror movie. It just
Yeah.
I can't. I just don't ever want to see it again.
No.
I just
But anyway, that's all I got.
yeah, me too. That was that was a that was a long detour. That was fun.
Sorry about the detour, folks. We literally ran out of everything to talk about Vanilla Ice.
Well, I mean, there's not much to talk about. I mean, except for the penis hat. But you
Oh
know,
God, the penis hat. Yeah.
and but anyway, hit the like, subscribe, and notify. On that note, hit the like, subscribe, and notifications button. And be sure to tell your friends if you like us. Tell your enemies if you hate us. Just get the word out. We appreciate it. We thank you very much for listening. And the pod bay doors are now closed.